Getting to the Oyster Fest from Galway might not be as easy as it seems.
Beautiful day.
Whereabouts do you live?
Down at the end of the lake there.
Which way to Galway?
You go past the hotel.
By the gable of a long, abandoned cottage, a crippled tree whose apples grew on a branch in Eden.
But if you don't make it, there's always tomorrow.
We're in County Sligo, and this is Carramore Megalithic Cemetery. Now, it's one of the most significant prehistoric sites in the whole of Western Europe, and it's certainly the largest of its kind in Ireland. So what does it all mean? Well, mega means large, lithos, stone. So this is a tomb created from large stones. Now, this site gives us a window through which we can get just a glimpse of ancient Irish prehistory. My first impression, however, was of gently rolling cow pastures with large stones sitting on top of low hills. In order to delve deeper, I've asked Porrick Meehan, a guide here at Carramore, to help me.
The question of who built these structures has been a living one for a long time. It's been an argument that really continued throughout the 20th century. Was it the farmers, the very first farmers? Agriculture is received here about 6,000 years ago. So roughly at the time of the building of these monuments. So was it the first farmers at the beginning of their career, or was it the previous people who lived here, the hunter-gatherers, at the end of theirs? What makes Carramore especially significant is the age of the place, simply how old it is, and the scale of it as well. Because the ancestors went on to create something equivalent here on the Killary Peninsula to the Valley of the Kings in Egypt. Each mountain, it seems, as you look around, is topped by a little bump, which when you get closer, turns out to be a huge stone cairn.
Getting around Carramore is pretty simple. You can grab a map and head off on your own, or alternatively, join a group with a tour leader. They're a mine of information.
When you're driving through Ireland, it seems there's a surprise around every corner. Quaint little villages and traditional towns just like this place.
This is Westport Town, and if you're passing by, make sure you stop and have a stroll through. Immerse yourself in the Irish culture. Soak up the colour and energy of the town. Simply, maybe just stop and have a bite.
Or you could stop at one of the pubs and have a drink. Or two. If you take the time to get out into the country here in Ireland, you'll not only see spectacular scenery, but also you can get to the heart of the history, and it's wonderful stuff. And when you meet the locals, believe me, they don't mind telling a few stories. In fact, they love a chat here.
When I was about 7 years of age, I always remember there was no range, there was no gas cookers. All the bread was made on the open fire. We were self-sufficient. You had your own hens, you had your own eggs, you had the milk, the butter, the cheese, all made here, your own vegetables, the meat, sheep, and you had the bacon as well from the pig.
I spent most of the day with Martin, and he gave me a fascinating and at times moving account of Ireland's history and his own life.
Those little cottages here and those little buildings, these were all done by the people that lived here. The stones was got around the land here, taken to one part, and the buildings were built up like this.
Yeah. Oh, what about this place over here?
This over here then is the house itself. The family that lived here, there was an eviction in 1845, and during that time, if you put glass in your windows or you increased the size of your windows, there was a windows tax. That's what they called it all over these islands. It was known as the windows tax. The rent was doubled when you put glass in his windows. And what happened here then in 1845, the armed police arrived, they escorted the family outside the door, they set fire to the roof, and they pushed in some of the walls with the dreaded battering ram. But the landlord came, you know, and he laid my old home low. My poor old wife and I was sadly parted. We were scattered far and wide, and my children starved and died. So it's here I am today, you're broken-hearted.
To find out how you can come here to spend a whole day with Martine out here in the West, visit discoverisland.com.au. Don't go away, because coming up after the break, we've got more of that Irish passion for music.